Hi babes, how you doing today? Welcome to day 24 of the live stream event. I'm excited about today's episode. Well, I don't know if I'm excited per se, but I'm excited to go through it with you because what I thought of doing for today is like a live run through of how I work through my own limiting beliefs and scarcity and self-sabotage when it appears, because I am currently today experiencing contrast about money. So I thought it would be really good to work through it with you in real time to show you my process, and maybe it will help you understand how you could do it for yourself, but at least it will show you like what I do to help me get back into a better vibe, like a better state, a better emotional state. So at least to neutral, right? Because it's all about how you feel. And as I always say, you at least aim for neutral so you're not feeling in the low vibrations. But if we can get to feeling way better, that would be great. But it depends. Like if you're feeling like extremely bad, then going all the way up to feeling amazingly good is a bit of a stretch. So we always aim for neutral. So in saying that, let's get started. I want to apologize first for the sound. Like it's quite windy today, so if you hear like sounds, it will be the wind. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to note is a little bit of a side note, and that is when scarcity and fear and all that starts up, right? When you're like, oh my god, I'm feeling like in fear and scarcity today. A good way to de-escalate it pretty easily is by using a different word for it, a word that isn't as emotionally charged as like scarcity or fear or doubt. And so what I would recommend is using a word like contrast. Contrast doesn't really feel like much. It's just like, oh, I'm just feeling a little bit of contrast today. It de-escalates the intensity of the emotion, and that's kind of what you're trying to do. You're de-escalating the intensity of the fearful emotions, the negative emotions, right? The negative feelings. So, little tip for you. But, okay, so what, I'm just going to start with my process now. Like, there's no magic way. I'm going to be doing the journal process that I love to do. And, yeah, you'll just get to see me work through it. So, the first thing is, I always ask myself, what am I afraid of? Because obviously when I'm feeling contrast, I'm afraid of something. Like, something is triggering me. Something is popping up, like making me feel afraid, right? So let me write, what am I afraid of? Afraid of, let me check that it's all going. Okay, let me just move this down because you probably, yes. Okay, much better. What am I afraid of? Okay, so right now things are going really, really good in my business, like really good. And it's always like been at a certain level, like I haven't even had to worry about it. I haven't even had to offer any kind of vibration about it. It was just my reality and my norm. So I didn't even have to think about it. But in the last couple of months, it has gotten so much easier and effortless. And I've done like not near as much work or effort as I have in the past. And my income and my sales have been increasing almost effortlessly because I haven't been doing anything crazy or like offering something new or selling or doing a promo or anything like that. But my income has still increased. That it feels almost too easy. Okay, so that's a little thing to pop in there. It feels too easy. Okay. So what else am I afraid of? I'm afraid that because it's too easy, it could just be a fluke. Okay? It could be a fluke. I'm afraid that it could all go away very quickly. Could go away. What else am I afraid of? What is coming up in my own vibration? I'm afraid that it's too good to be true. Too good to be true. to be true. I'm afraid I don't deserve it. Ooh, okay. Don't deserve it. And I usually underline the ones that feel like a lot deeper. That's less about the actual thing that I'm afraid of and more about something a lot deeper. I underline it. What else? What else is freaking me out about having this? I feel like I will be too irresponsible. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'll be irresponsible with it, with more money. I feel like might not be able to manage it, can't manage it correctly, appropriately. I feel like I'll spend it. What else? It just feels too easy. Right. Okay, anything else? What else would be freaking me out about this? If it's going well, I'm worried something else will go wrong. Yep. Else will go wrong. I didn't earn it. Ooh, okay. I didn't earn it. Anything else that I'm afraid of for money being easy right now? It's unknown. Okay, it's unknown. It's unknown for it to be easy like this. Okay. Cool. All right, we'll work with that. So, usually what I do in this part is I will ask myself, is any of this ultimately true? But first, what I'm actually going to do is ask myself, do I honestly believe that the universe would let any of this happen? Would let it be too good to be true? Would let it be a fluke? Would let it be irresponsible for me? Would the universe honestly let that happen? And because I've been always working around believing that the universe has my back and co-creating and really developing a very strong relationship with a higher power, immediately that can eliminate a lot of my fears, because I have been working in the vibe and working on the relationship that I have with the universe, right? So a lot of the times I can just eliminate it like that and I don't really need to go further. But because I feel it a lot more in my can't see, but like in my gut, I'm going to continue working through with this. But a lot of that can be pretty much wiped out straight if I said, do you honestly believe the universe would let that happen? Knowing that the universe has your back, knowing that it is always providing for you, knowing that you're deeply financially supported, knowing that no matter what, you are always going to be okay and you are always going to be in overflow. Do you honestly believe that? No, because my belief in the universe supporting me is too strong now, right? But let's move into, if we continued on this journal process, the next thing I would ask myself is there anything else I fear about making so much money? It keeps coming back to, I feel like I don't deserve it. I need to work harder for it. And there's another fear, sort of, it almost doesn't relate, but it's like I need to, if I want to have like the wealth that I am aiming for and working towards, that I need to do more. Like I need, okay, wealth. So wealth equals more effort, more offers, coaching, Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like coaching. Okay. All right. So now that I pretty much feel like I've got everything out, I will then move into, is this ultimately true? Is any of this ultimately true? It's sort of like a version of, do you honestly believe the universe would let that happen? But basically we're asking ourselves, is that ultimately true? Because we want to disprove these thoughts, these beliefs, these ideas, right? And so the first one will be, it feels too easy. Is that ultimately true? I mean, yeah, because you want it to be easy, but that doesn't mean you don't work. It doesn't mean I haven't been working for the past 4 years on my business. It doesn't mean I haven't put in the systems that need to be in there for it to be that easy. It doesn't mean I haven't been doing the energetic work. So even though it feels too easy, it is just what's naturally good to me, like what feels most natural to me. So it feels easy, but it doesn't mean it is, because it's not necessarily easy for other people. Okay. That's right there. Not easy. So how I'm working through it with you here, like talking, I would actually be writing this in my journal, but it'd be a bit antisocial if I was writing all the time. Okay, so the next belief I have to disprove is it a fluke? Well, no, it's not, because I have been deliberately doing the work to increase my financial capacity. I've deliberately been working on this. This is a result of the work I have been doing, both physically and metaphysically. So it can't be a fluke, because it's I'm literally intending for it to happen. Okay, cool. All right, the next one, I fear it will go away. It will go away. It will go away, and that it's too good to be true. Is that ultimately true? No. Why is it? Why is it not true? Because if it was gonna go away, I wouldn't be making money the way that I am now. If it was just a fluke, if it was too good to be true, it wouldn't be consistent like it is. It wouldn't be normal for that. Wouldn't be normal. If it was too good to be true, it would be unheard of. And there is so much fucking evidence out there now of people doing the same things and getting huge results. It's not like this impossible dream. It's an actual reality for thousands of people. So it's been done. It's been done. It can't be too good to be true, because it's already been done many, 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 many times. Okay, cool. Been done. I don't deserve it. Is that ultimately true? No, fuck no. I deserve it because I deserve it. I deserve it because I want it. I deserve it because I have the audacity to want it. I deserve it because I'm a child of the universe. I deserve it because I just want it. Like, I don't need a reason to deserve something, just like I don't need a reason to deserve love. It's just a human requirement. There's no reason I need to deserve it, right? Cool. Write that in. All right, I feel like I would be irresponsible. Is that ultimately true? No. Why? Because I am committed to healing my relationship with my finances, and I've been proving that to myself every day when I look at my bank accounts and I feel love and I give gratitude towards them and I cradle them like they're like my little babies, and I put money and I see the money growing in the accounts, and like I move them around to bump up each account so that they're all healing at the same time. I am showing to myself that I am committed to this. So no, I'm not irresponsible. I'm not. That's a lie. Okay, next one. I can't manage it correctly. Is that ultimately true? No, because I can always learn how to do it. If that was honestly a huge problem, I could just ask someone to help me. I could hire help. Like, it's not, I wouldn't mismanage my money. It's just not a possibility for me anymore. Cool. Write that. Alright, what else? What else? I feel like I would spend it. Spend it unwisely. Spend it. I will spend it. Obviously, not all of it, but I will spend it on things that I need. Things that make me feel good, not frivolous things. And even it could be frivolous things, but I don't need those right now. I don't have a desire to compulsively buy anything. But I feel good when I buy. I feel good when I spend my money because it encourages the flow of money around the world. It encourages the economy to keep flowing and growing. It's good when I spend my money. But that doesn't mean I will spend it all. It doesn't mean I have to spend it all. But I'm not going to hold on to it and restrict it. I'm going to allow it to breathe. And whatever I desire or whatever I need to spend that money on, I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to imagine 10 times the amount of abundance coming back to me for letting it flow. I don't have to restrict it. I don't have to hold on to it. It can be independent, but we can have this good relationship. As long as I don't berate myself for spending it, it's okay. And even if I did berate myself for spending it, then I would work through that stuff. So there, like I said, I'm committed to working through this. All right. Okay, next one. I'm worried something will go wrong. So that might be like I will manifest a bill or some kind of situation where it means I would lose the money essentially that I made. Is that ultimately true? No, it doesn't have to be, because what I choose to do is work on my vibe and work through my stuff like I'm doing right now. And that's enough. That's enough for me to completely change how things manifest, how I sabotage myself. That's enough. Yeah, and sometimes that's all it needs to be. You can be like, no, actually, I choose to work through this. So what I'm doing right now has healed it. It's done. Cool. Okay, next one. It's unknown for it to be easy like this. Well, that's bullshit, because there's a ton of people who it's really easy for. Like, really easy for. I don't even need to write that. I don't deserve it. Again, that is BS. I deserve it because I'm here and I want it. That's it. I have to work harder for it. Is that true? No. No, I see people working far less than me and making so much more than me. So much more. But you can feel like you haven't earned it. But that's not true, because you have still put in a huge amount of work to get to where you are. It's not like you just showed up one day and you're like, hey, buy my stuff, and everyone was buying it. You worked, you put in the time, you put in the systems, and you wanted your business to be that way. You wanted it to be evergreen, you wanted it to be automated, and you wanted to make passive income. You're working smarter, not harder. Cool, okay. Wealth equals more effort, more offers, and coaching. Is that ultimately true? No. Why? Okay, more effort, like I just proved. You've seen people working less than you, doing less than you, and making more money. More offers, not true. You've seen people who offer like one or two things. One thing. Look at Marie Forleo. She offers like one course a year. And I think she does like the odd copywriting course, maybe 2 a year, and that's it. She doesn't keep coming out with new offers every single week, every single month. She just sticks to what she knows. Yeah, just proved that. You have to be a coach. Okay, is that ultimately true? No. Why? Because there are some people who I already admire, who I already follow, who aren't coaches, who are multimillionaires. Okay, who are those? Well, Denise Duffield Thomas and Melissa Griffin. They both sell courses and they're multimillionaires. Disprove that one. Okay. And the last one is I don't like coaching. Yeah, okay. You don't have to be a coach. You still get to have. Okay, so that's worked through that. Right, and so the whole point of doing that is you're disproving a bunch of the thoughts in your head, a bunch of the things you're freaking out. And all it is doing is getting you back to feeling at least neutral, right? It's getting you back to feeling in a better feeling state. So disproving all of this, some of it's ridiculous, some of it is like, oh, that's a pretty like legitimate fear to have. But your job is to make yourself feel better. That's what we want. We want to feel better. So that's what the disproving of the fears, of the contrast, is all about. Then what I would do, if I felt better after this, I probably wouldn't need to go into anything else, but if I wanted to carry on, if it was still like really intense, I would then move into telling a better story about it. Like telling a story that I want it to be like. So, my story, let me like figure this out. So I'd be writing this. It would go something like, as I'm working through my own stuff and I am getting the evidence that it is working, that it is happening and it gets to be easy, I lock in more and more how this gets to be. And I have decided that it gets to be easy. It gets to be easy, even though I'm not entirely used to that right now. It gets to be easy, even though it's uncomfortable. And that's all it is. It's just uncomfortable because it's unknown. I have not experienced things being easy like this. But I still decide to lock in that this is how it is now. It gets to be easy to make money, and it gets to be even easier. And as I work through this, as I work through it and still get to receive and manifest, and it doesn't affect it at all, as I work through it, it gets to be even easier. No matter what I do, it's going to get easy to make money. It will seem like a fluke, or that it could go away, or that it is too good to be true, but I know, and I have my own evidence and my own proof, as well as external evidence and external proof, that it isn't, that it's not a fluke, that it isn't going to go away, and that it isn't too good to be true. It's reality. And that's the reality I choose to step into now. Because I do deserve it. Because I know that I am committed to healing and having a conscious relationship with my money and with my finances, and that I won't be irresponsible with it, but I also won't be grippy and restrictive with my money. I will let it flow. I will let it continue to flow throughout the economy, throughout the universe, and I know that 10 times the amount or more comes back to me, because we have this conscious, beautiful partnership together, and it gets to be easy. So I get to spend, I get to save, I get to earn, I get to have, I get to invest, I get to do it all, because it's not going to affect me, because it's easy. What else is another fear? Okay, I'm worried something else will go wrong. Like I say, as my fears come up and I worry that things will go wrong, I will work through them in real time, because that's how committed I am to this. And I know that that won't affect my manifesting power, because I still get to receive and earn and manifest while I work through my stuff. Nothing pauses while I go through this stuff. It just comes up so that I can clear it, so that I can be a more conscious creator, so that I can have true mastery of my finances and my money and my mindset. What else? I have decided that my wealth doesn't require more effort, making more offers, or becoming a coach. I have decided that it gets to be easy, it gets to be how I want it to be, it gets to be me just putting the offers that I truly, truly love out there, whether that's 1 or 2 or 20, and that I don't have to be a coach, and I still get to be a wealthy multimillionaire. That is the reality I choose to live in. And so it is. Yeah, so that's how I would like work through it, by telling a better story. And a lot of the times telling a better story isn't going like, I'm a multi-millionaire, it feels amazing. Sometimes it's working with the current beliefs that you have, like, I know I feel this way, but I still get to have. I know it's freaking me out and these will pop up, but I'm still going to choose to work through it and consciously work through it. And I still get to manifest what I want. So it makes it more real and makes it more believable when you tie in things that you know would come up for you anyway when you're progressing and manifesting the reality that you want. So yeah, that's how I would work through it. Anything else I'm gonna add? And most of the time, like, all you want to do is you want to get to that place where you feel better, where you feel relief, where you feel like, oh, okay, I don't feel like the scary feelings now. And sometimes this process can take ages. I've been doing this, like, there was a day where I took 2, maybe 3 hours just to write out all my fears because they were, like, intense. But by the end of it, I was, like, feeling so much better, like, so much relief. It felt so good just to get it out. And then sometimes all it requires is just me to do it in my head, and it's good. It's fine. It's good. It just depends on the intensity of it, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more you understand yourself, and the more that you know that it's just something you're uncomfortable with, that it's just something that's freaking you out in the moment, and the more you get to know yourself, you know how to work through it. Like, it becomes really easy. It's like, oh, okay, here we go again. Elise, remember this, remember that, remember this. Oh, right, okay, yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Okay, so hopefully that helped. If you have any questions about how to work through beliefs, scarcity, anything else, pop it in the comments box below. And also, if you found this valuable and you think someone would get value out of it themselves, please share it with them. And other than that, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.